Good day and welcome to another WizzWatch. This is your host Marlin Rolle, and I have a few charts that I would like to talk to you about today. The first is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and if you please have a look at the chart, you will notice that the Dow Jones has pulled back from its previous high, set right around here at about 13,050. And as of that pullback, and today the Dow ended the day down 108 points to close at around 12,160, or 0.89% to the downside. And what I'm looking for is basically a move to the upside, breaking out through this 12,400 area. But as of right now, it seems like the Dow is moving to the downside. The tested lows set at around 11,731 right here in this area. And also I'm looking for a break of about the 50-day moving average set at about 12,640, as well as the 200-day moving average at 12,933 right in this area right here as well. But a break of the old high, which is at about 13,050, would take the Dow a lot higher. And also, if you look at the volume area, we had heavy volume on the downside today, as well as the MAC divergence, which looks like it's getting ready to turn to the upside, but it continues to move down as well. But we also need to break this zero line area right here in order for the Dow to move a lot higher. And also, please have a look at the on-balance volume area. The on-balance volume area, I drew this trend line right here, and the Dow basically needs to cross to the upside above that trend line in order for the Dow to break out and move a lot higher. Now, please have a look at the Nasdaq Composite Index. And if you have a look at this chart closely, you would notice that the Nasdaq has been on a pullback from around this 2,552 area all the way down to about 2,400, in which the Nasdaq formed a doji right here about 4 trading sessions ago. And as of the doji formation was formed, the Nasdaq Composite Index did move to the upside. And as of today, the Nasdaq ended the day at about 2,457, down about 17 points, or 0.69%. But what I'm looking for as of right now is a break of the 200-day moving average right here at about 2,509.92, as well as a break of that previous high, which was at 2,552 right in this area right here. And a break above this area would take the Nasdaq much higher. But if you notice, today we had heavy volume on the downside, but below the average daily, as well as if you have a look at the MAC divergence, the MACD is also on the downside. It looks like it's heading up higher, but a confirmation of that move to the upside has not happened yet. But also, if you have a look at the on-balance volume, the on-balance volume indicator is basically on the downside as well. And a break above this trend line right here would take the Nasdaq Composite Index much higher. The next chart that I would like to talk to you about today is the S&P 500 index. And if you have a look at the S&P 500, based on the chart analysis right here, you will notice that the chart basically pulled back from around its previous high set at about 1,424. And as of the day, the S&P last price was at 1,350, and it was down about 9 points, or 0.68%. And what I'm looking for is a move, a breakout above this trend line area right here at about 1,360, or even a move to the upside, basically breaking out above its 50-day moving average, or the 32-day moving average right here at about 1,382, as well as the 200-day moving average, which is set at about 1,420. But a move to the upside, breaking through this previous high area at 1,424 would take the S&P 500 much higher. And also, please look at the volume. We had heavy volume on the downside as well. The MAC divergence seems like it's getting ready to cross, but a confirmation of that move has not happened yet. And we also need a cross above the zero line area on the MAC divergence as well. And also, the on-balance volume is on the downside as well, and looks like it's going to continue to move down. But a break above this trend line would take the S&P 500 much higher. The next chart on the WizzWatch radar is black gold. That's light sweet crude. And please have a look at this chart for me. And if you notice, oil ended the day closing at $134 a barrel, down 81 cents, or 0.60%. Please have a close look at the chart for me. In this area right here, you will notice that Oil ended the day with a doji, and a doji does represent indecision in the price of oil, so oil can either move on the upside or on the downside in the next trading session. And what I'm looking for is a move basically to the downside right here, a pullback to this 50-day moving average area, which is at about $123 a barrel before we see oil head any higher. But with the threats of hurricanes as well as major attacks to oil facilities in the Middle East as well as Nigeria, we might see oil run up as high as $150 per barrel in the near term. But also, if you have a look right here, as of yesterday, oil ran up to an all-time high of $140 per barrel. But please have a look at the ADX right here in this area. The ADX is continuing to pull back, and we also have the MAC divergence, the MACD is basically getting ready to cross and pull to the downside as well, right here in this area. And also we have relative strength. The relative strength is also getting ready to pull to the downside. Last but not least on the WizzWatch radar is the gold index. And please have a look at this chart, and you would notice that gold hit an all-time high at $1,033 right here in this area back in about early March, and after that move to that upside and that all-time high, gold has basically pulled back since then. And as of today, gold ended the day right here trading at its last price at $886.90, up 60 cents on the day, or 0.07%. And what I'm looking for is a break of the previous high at $935.50 per troy ounce right here in this area, as well as a break of the 50-day moving average right here at about $935.40. And also, if you notice, you have a close look at the MAC divergence. The MAC divergence is turning to the upside, and a break of the zero line would take gold a lot higher. And we also have the ADX, which is also getting ready to turn up as well, which is a good sign that gold will be moving to the upside. And also, the relative strength indicator is also turning up as well. So that is a good sign that gold will be running higher once it breaks through this 50 line area as well. And please keep gold as well as all the other major indexes on your radar. Thank you again for listening to another WizzWatch, and happy trading to you.
This has been another WizzWatch presentation. These stocks are not buy recommendations. Please do your own due diligence or get help from a professional before trading.